Hello, Steve Mills here, and it's great to be back on my podcast, sharing with you some more thoughts, ideas, and ways in which you can grow your business. Now, one I've got for you today is, again, it's a question. I love questions. They're so powerful because they get people thinking about an idea. And today's question is, should you hire a consultant in your business? Now, when I say a consultant, that could be anybody from call them what you will, really, a coach, an advisor, a mentor, perhaps even somebody to give you some training and so on and so forth. Somebody that's going to advise you. And I think really, there's the first criteria for anybody is justifiability. They've got to be justified. If they're going to help you to get from where you are right now to where you want to be. So let's say, even if you're a startup business, and you've only been going for perhaps 6 months and you're turning over, maybe 10 grand a month, something like that, and you really want to get to the next level, but what you're doing isn't getting you there, then even if you're a small business like that, does it pay to get advice? Well, it's difficult to know because obviously it depends on you, depends on the consultant or the advisor that you hire, and it depends on things like your market and what you're doing and where you're positioned and so on and so forth. But my criteria is always around this. It's about, do you have the ability to get there yourself? If you don't have to have somebody in to advise you, then, why do that? If you got the ability to do it, then great. But the problem is, it's difficult to be an expert in everything. And if you're like many business owners, you're an expert in doing what you do. You're an expert at, repairing cars or, cutting grass or cutting hair or, whatever it is you do, you're probably an expert in. And as we all know, we need to be an expert in sales and marketing and in the financial side of our business as well, if we're going to grow that business and be successful in business. So that said, then, if we've not got the ability to get where we are, and base that also on, how we've been improving. So you may say, well, yeah, I've got the ability, Steve. I'm sure I could do it. But actually, you've been stuck in a rut for the last 4 or 5 years and not really got anywhere. Then I think it's safe to say that, your ability is not actually being realised, and maybe it's not as great as you would like to think it was. So, if you've not got the ability to get there on your own, then, hiring somebody to help you get there is obviously a good thing. Number 2 is you want to get there faster. Sure, you could spend the next 5 years working away and doing your best and slaving away and, making slow, steady progress. But, if by paying somebody to come into your business, you could reduce that time instead of going from, £1 million to 10 million in 5 years. If you could do it in 2 years, wouldn't that be better? Wouldn't that be worth, paying somebody a little bit of money in order to, halve that problem or perhaps double the result even? To go from, 200 grand to 400 grand instead of growing it to 250 grand, then again, it makes perfect sense. So 1 is your ability to get there on your own. 2 is you want to get there quicker. And the third one is it's really about finding someone who's got a proven system, perhaps a map or some advice. Somebody who's actually done it before, somebody who knows how to, get more people to a website because they've done that before. Somebody who knows how to advise someone by changing the words on a web page or, maybe rewriting something or improving search engines or, whatever it takes in terms of advising you on what you need to grow your business Maybe it's a HR issue. You've got somebody who's a HR consultant who comes in and protects your business and makes sure that you don't make the mistakes that you could. And so that is my third reason, really. So the ability to get there on your own. If you've not got that, you need some help. You want to get there quicker. That's another good reason for hiring somebody. And the third one is that you want a proven system, a system for doing X, Y, or Z that actually works. And so that's all really I wanted to say today. Look at your systems. Look at the need that you've got to get that high-level advice in your business in order to take your business from where it is now to where you want it to be. That's assuming you know where you want it to be. And I really hope if you follow my blog post at all, then you'll have that nailed. You'll have that written in ink on a piece of paper or, in a computer at least, clearly denominating what you want to try to achieve. What are your goals, aims, and ambitions in your business? When are you going to achieve them? And then it's just a matter of putting a plan together in order to do that and then carry out that plan. So thanks ever so much for listening. I hope you heard this correctly, and I hope that you enjoyed it, and most of all, I hope you implement the ideas that you've learned in order to grow your business. Thanks ever so much for listening.